This is a magical society, with 80% of us possessing some sort of magical-based ability. Races engaged in wars that caused destruction and despair, following the appearance of the first humans blessed with these abilities, and a new profession emerged. We call those who fight for justice and equality among all races, champions. Oh, by the way, this is the story of how I became the world's greatest champion. What did you want to talk to me about, Kirishima? I know what happened at the lake between you and the healer. Yes, I know, you big red pervert. Don't glare at me like that. Stop beating around the bush and tell me why you wanted to talk to me in private. All the extras are eating by the campfire and I'm starving. Trust me, I worked up an appetite. Is that all the healer is to you, Bakugo? You can't be serious, man. The healer is special. I know you can feel it as well. Their magic is so rare. Not to mention, they're so cute and sweet. What makes you think I need you to tell me any of these things? I know the healer is different and special, I guess. If they're so great, who better for them to be with other than me? Huh? That's my point, Bakugo. Who knows if either of us will even live through the ritual? Or have you suddenly forgot? Even worse, have you changed your mind? No, of course I haven't, Kirishima. I made a promise to you. I intend to keep my word. It's not only that, Bakugo. If we're ever going to return to Dynamite Mountain, I need to learn to transform. General Mitsuki was very clear she would only abdicate and make you Rex if you could complete the Dragonkin ritual. If you're unable to complete the trial, we're both banished. I know what that old bitch said. She knows that ritual hasn't been successfully completed in decades. For fuck's sake, she couldn't even get as far as we have. At least I found the damn scrolls. Nerdy librarians not keeping records in order made them near impossible to find. Don't remind me. I thought we would never leave that place. Stacks of books and scrolls everywhere. Honestly, I don't know how you navigated them at all. This whole stupid mission was a setup from the very beginning. Damn, Mitsuki just wanted me to fail or die trying. It wasn't all her fault, Bakugo. You both decided to get drunk and have a competition of wills. One thing led to another, and you began questioning her leadership. You knew she had to challenge you. It's Dragon Rider law. I thought that old hag would have asked me to arm wrestle or order me to cook for the entire clan for a month or something. I never expected her to give me a near impossible task, and one that's potentially fatal. If anyone can do it, it's you, Bakugo. With my help, of course. Plus, if I'm being honest, I want to become a Dragonkin. I'll become more human like you. I'll have the ability to transform, fight by your side, and become a champion. It's all I've ever wanted. That's the reason I agreed to this in the first place, Kirishima. I knew deep down inside is what you've always wanted. I've known since the day we bonded. But according to the scrolls, the majority of the time, either the rider, the dragon, or both have died attempting the ritual. Because of our bond, it's a risk I'm willing to take. Thanks, man. You're my best friend. I can't tell you how much it means to me that you're willing to put your life on the line to help me fulfill my dreams. And in exchange, I want to be the manliest dragon I can be for my future king. You big idiot. You don't have to thank me, dummy. I'm not a prince, but I like the sound of being king. Dragon King Katsuki Bakugou. Yeah, I could definitely get used to that. I know you could, man. You know why I called you out here then? About the healer? How can you make any more promises to them? You don't even know if we'll be alive in a month's time. Think about them. I know. When I met them, it was like fate brought them to me. I thought I was going to lose you, and then they just show up with their healing magic. They were this beautiful gift that just fell into my lap. I knew I was going to do something to screw it up. It was inevitable, really. They're way too good for me. But you're right. What am I thinking? It would hurt them more if I let them fall for me and something bad happened to us. I should think about them. Come, Kirishima. I need to go for a ride and get my mind off what I need to do. It wouldn't be a long time until you would know about this conversation between Kirishima and I. Once you knew, you'd understand and forgive me for what I did next. Since you can't remember, just know before I tell you, I'm sorry. Morning, healer. Kirishima and I decided to go for a ride last night and find a place to sleep. Sorry if you waited at our tent for us. Nothing's wrong. Why do you ask? I seem different, huh? Well, about that, I was thinking we could just forget the whole thing that happened at the lake. Yeah, like it never happened. There's zero point in arguing this. I've made up my mind. Sure, it was fun, but it's over, and I have other things on my mind that don't include you. Just let it go. I can't be who you want me to be, no matter how much Never mind. I have nothing else to say about this. Yeah, I guess I am an asshole, aren't I? Maybe I just don't care. Have you thought about that? Or maybe you're just not as special as everyone keeps telling you. Fine, walk away. Fuck. Are you okay, healer? I couldn't help but notice. It looks like you and Kachan got into an argument. As someone who has had many arguments with Kachan, believe me when I say he says things sometimes that he doesn't necessarily mean. You don't want to talk about it? Oh, I understand. So let's not talk about it. Here, I made you breakfast. I know it's not much, just some grilled fish and veggies, but I need you to keep up your strength, healer. I need you more than anyone. Aw, no need to thank me. I'll always do my best to take care of you and be there whenever you need me. There's that smile I've been missing all morning. I'm blushing. No, I'm not. Stop embarrassing me. We'll begin traveling again soon, but once we come to a resting place, would you like to train with me? You would? Great! I've been trying to work on not letting the magic flow out of my soul sword all at once. It's a challenge for sure, but your help is the one thing that calms me enough to focus on the flow of my magic. Midoriya, Bakugo, Kirishima, and Healer, come over here so we can all look at this map. We need to decide the route we will take to the land of ice and fire. About that, we need to take the route through the Sun Eater's forest. The Sun Eater's forest? That's elf territory. No way. Humans aren't allowed in that forest. Even King Endeavor's soldiers refuse to step foot inside. Not to mention, elven magic has corrupted the plants and animals. It's probably the most difficult route to take. It is the shortest way to the land of ice and fire, but I have to agree with Iida. It could prove very dangerous. You wanted our company. Well, we are going through the Sun Eater's forest. We need something in that forest, and there's no way around it. If you don't like it, go without us and take your own route. Bakugo, easy, man. Kachan, why exactly do you need to go through the forest? I know you wouldn't go just for the danger. What are you after? You're always so concerned with everyone else's affairs, aren't you, Deku? It's a fair question to ask, since we are traveling together as a team. We should know what we're getting each other into, wouldn't you agree? Fine. I'll explain why we need to go to the forest. Kirishima and I are trying to perform a Dragon Rider task called the Dragonkin Ritual. It will give him the ability to change forms. He'll have his normal dragon form and a half-human, half-dragon form. Those who obtain this ability are known as High Dragons, or Dragonkin. It's quite an honor in my culture to become a High Dragon. We need 3 items to complete the ritual. The first is the scale from an albino dragon, which we already have, thanks to Katsuki's necklace. It's a family heirloom, but the middle scale is exactly what we need. The second item is why we must travel to the Sun Eater's forest. We need to retrieve a stone called the Dragon King's Heart. The stone holds powerful earth magic that, according to the scrolls, is made once every 1,000 years. The elves aren't always willing to divulge their secrets, but I consider myself a very convincing guy when I have to be. Lastly, we need the fire from the hottest volcano, Mount Hellflame, located in the land of ice and fire. Once we have the fire, we can melt all the ingredients, reach the summit, and perform the ritual. If we live—
Shut the hell up, Kirishima. Now you know why we need to go through the Sun Eater's forest. Are you happy, nerd?
Makes sense to me. Izuku, our goal is to find the item located in the forest, which helps them reach their goals. Of course we'll help Kacchan and Kirishima. Champions help those in need, and our friends need us.
Damn nerd.
Kacchan, you know it would be easier with our help. The forest is going to be hard enough with all of us. How would you stand a chance on your own?
Are you calling me weak?
No, of course not. The healer is right. Having their magic would be an invaluable resource.
You'd really help me, healer? I mean us? Help us?
Thank you, guys, so much. It means a lot that you're willing to risk your safety for us. So manly. Before we begin the journey, we need to know more about each other's magic. We will be fighting all manner of monsters in that forest, and we'll need to be prepared. I'll go first. I'm a flash rogue. My magic specializes in speed enhancements. The stronger my magic, the faster I go. It's useful when taking enemies by surprise. I'm magicless, but I am the wielder of this soul sword, one for all. It's the sword that once belonged to All Might.
Wait a minute. How the hell did you get that sword?
The healer is the guardian of the sword. It was entrusted to them to protect until it found All Might's successor, ensuring it would fall into the hands of a future champion. The sword chose me. Its power is so overwhelming, but I'm working hard to learn to control it as fast as I can.
Huh. Don't let that go to your head, loser. My turn, assholes. I control explosive magic. Powerful magic passed through the Bakugo bloodline. It's how my family has ruled over dragons and dragon riders for centuries.
I'm a dragon, and I breathe fire. Once I'm a dragonkin, my scales will harden my skin and create an unbreakable barrier. How about you, healer? Wow, healer. I had no idea you were skilled in other magic. I know most elves are way more powerful than your average human, but I would say you're even more powerful than the average elf. You're so amazing. I've never met anyone like you.
Yeah. Healer's great. Can we go now?
We finally got moving after those idiots talked for what seemed like days. We traveled southeast towards the Sun Eater's forest. Excuse me, but I'm going to tell them what happened next. You've been talking for a while now, and you weren't even there for the next part, so I'll continue from here. Plus, the healer looks upset. After your lake story, I don't blame them. Remembering a mean fight like that, it was sort of depressing, to be honest.
Depressing? You think I didn't live that? I'm being honest about what happened, Deku. Clearly, I'm the best person to tell this story.
That's enough, Bakugo. It's Midoriya's turn. Furthermore, after hearing what happened before I arrived, I'm certain you've had plenty of chances, especially where the healer is concerned.
I really hate you. I know exactly what you're alluding to, bastard. Fine, Deku, but you better tell it right or I'm butting in. Got it?
I'm sure you will, Kacchan. Have you remembered anything yet, healer? The trip to the Sun Eater's forest ring any bells? You remember a troll? Yes, that's right. We did run into a troll. Maybe that potion Todoroki gave you is starting to work. Okay, I'll keep going. We traveled toward the forest. On the way, you and I walked together talking about our dream of becoming champions. I wrote down all of our different magics in my notebook and created combination attack ideas to try during our training. Iida and Bakugo fought the entire time over the best roads to take and who should lead. We didn't care though. The sun was high in the sky, and the tall grassy fields stretched for miles. We decided to rest and take a break once we reached the flower fields. Lavender and all kinds of colorful flowers blanketed our view. The sweet smell filled our noses. Beautiful would have been an understatement. We collectively held our breaths as we looked in awe at the mirage of bright colors. I hope you weebs enjoyed the first part of episode 3 of Champion's Tale, a fantasy AU audio roleplay featuring several of the boys from My Hero Academia. If you'd like to hear the extra spicy ending to the second episode with Dragon Rider Bakugo, please visit my Patreon, link in the description and pinned comment below. Please Detroit slash that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It's 100% free and turns you into a certified weeb 7 days a week. What do you think is going to happen in part 2 of chapter 3? Tell me in the comments. Anyways, that's enough for me. My name is Bizarre, and I'll see you weebs in the next video. Cue the outro.
He's bizarre. He's bizarre. He's bizarre. Bizarre steps to his mic to make his little sounds. The weebs jump up and cheer, hit subscribe and stick around. ASMR most times with Minecraft on the side. Some modded games or Deku there to soothe you when you cry. Go ahead, close your eyes, kick back and put him on, and get even more bizarre through his Patreon. Need a friendly pal to get you through the night? Well, get headphones, take a listen, and maybe hit subscribe. He's bizarre.